Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Today in Bitcoin. Today is February the 25th, 2017. Thank you for the person who sent the Dash. Thanks to the person who sent the Ethereum Classic. And thank you very much to the reoccurring Bitcoin person. I like you, man. You're great. Remember, I have been wearing this shirt, but you haven't been able to see it. LindasGiftDirect.com. They're actually, if you can buy shirts like that, Bitcoin shirts, you get a 15% discount when you use Bitcoin, Litecoin, or Doge, and you use the Meister discount code. It's listed below, LindasGiftDirect.com. But I'm mentioning it here because they have a video out, a contest. They're going to give away a shirt if you guess the Bitcoin price or something. I forgot now. I'm tired. But I'll link to the video below. You can check that out, what they're giving away over there. Also, check out the link to This Week in Bitcoin episode that we did yesterday, the 6th week of doing it. We've had different guests every single week, so you can get completely different perspectives on what's going on in Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency world. We talked about all sorts of fun things, so check that out. Sorry in the delay in answering people's questions. There have been a tremendous amount of comments on my videos. I haven't been able to get around to it yet. I was actually on Ben's Bitcoin session show today. That'll go live on Monday. And it's been really busy. So I'm going to try to answer a lot of your questions in the comments section, or just reply or say hi. I'll try to chat with everyone afterwards. Hello, everyone that's in the chat right now. I'll join you afterwards. Okay. There is an article that came out in CoinDesk, who broke the SHA-1 algorithm and what it means for Bitcoin. Okay, and it's FUD. I mean, it scares people about the SHA-256 algorithm, and it has nothing to do with it. And I just wonder why CoinDesk, I mean, they're supposed to be a Bitcoin, a cryptocurrency news organization of some sort, and they're publishing FUD type of things that you'd think you'd read about in Bloomberg or something. So we've had a Bitcoin pullback. It's not because of that. But I mean, if you're a FUDster, why don't you use that as an excuse? Why don't you start to say Bitcoin's been hacked and link to that article? I mean, it gives you something there to do. All you FUD people out there who like to who try to push down the price of Bitcoin. But why even do that, CoinDesk? I don't get it. I don't know how newsworthy that really is in the Bitcoin sphere, at least, and how they phrased it. I mean, it's a little bit of confusion. Read the comments below it too. It's interesting. So I was thinking about micro donations. A lot of people like to send me little bits of everything. And obviously, if you want to send your favorite content creator like 12 cents a Bitcoin, and it costs like 30 cents to send it, it's just not a good. I mean, unless you send, there's ways you can send like 100 people 12 cents at once, and it only costs 30 cents. Okay, do that. But usually, when people are sending to their favorite content creator, they only want to send X amount to one person, and so I appreciate when people send me 30 cents, 12 cents, 1 cent. I love it. So there you go. Altcoins already solved that problem. You should get the Litecoin community, Ethereum Classic community, whoever, all those altcoins should contact their favorite content creators and say, hey, I see you're not accepting my cryptocurrency, but if you do, you'll be able to get all these little micro charities, micro donations. So yeah, and people who run micro charities, not that such a thing even exists now, but in this modern world we live in, you could start a charity where you're like, just give me fractions of cents, people. I'm just trying to raise money for X cause, and use Litecoin or Ethereum Classic or whatever, Dogecoin, whatever you want to pull out there, but you're gonna have to teach them about it. So this all goes back to, Bitcoin. People wanting Bitcoin to be used for such things currently, when you can already have low transaction fees on these other cryptocurrencies that are out there. So, hey, just another point. Someone just notified me about Coinbase and they're giving him a hard time. They want him to scan in his license photo back in the back and the front of it. And he's been a customer for a very long time, and all of a sudden they're asking him for this information. And they're not accepting what he's scanning in because it's blurry. All right. It's kind of funny. I got these same stories during the summer when Bitcoin was surging to $700. And it was going up like $100 a week leading up to the halving. And it just makes me wonder, does Coinbase start to get strict or start to try to stop people from buying Bitcoin when they're getting too much demand during these high demand periods? I mean, it just seems backward to make people jump through hoops right when people are buying a lot of Bitcoin. So I want Coinbase to be good. I tell people to buy from Coinbase. I mean, that's where Americans can get their Bitcoin easily. But just all of a sudden saying, hey, your limit has been decreased, scan in your driver's license now. And again, they did this to some people already. Why didn't they do it to them back then, to all the people? I don't get it. I don't get Coinbase sometimes. So I don't know if anyone from Coinbase is listening. I don't know. You guys kind of almost have like a monopoly here. And I guess good for you, but be careful. Be careful before you alienate everyone here. And I don't understand what's going on over there sometimes. So, hey, that's one for one of my loyal viewers want me to bring that up. And again, hey, if you like this video, everyone, please like this video. I'm into getting likes now. I asked for like 70 last time. We got 100, so I asked for 70 again. All right. Tone Vay's time. He has been bringing up some good stuff lately. Something about the ETF, run up to the ETF. He brought up something that I did not think of, that right before the ETF announcement, no matter what people think is going to happen, people are going to start selling because even they don't want to be, they don't know what's going to happen. So they don't want to be left either or on the other side. They want to take their profits now. They want to take their profits like right now. And so expect a drop off definitely beforehand, no matter what the sentiment is. And we shall see what happens after it. People don't want to risk the announcement hurting them. Basically, they've already made so much of a profit. Like who cares what the announcement is at this point? I got to get out. Type of people. But again, that's why you buy and hold. Something I forgot to mention last time when I mentioned how Tone Vays was worried about Bitcoin Unlimited, and I will link to his video. He mentioned in that same video he had a friend who had 50 Bitcoin on an exchange that he had a sell order if it dropped to a certain level, and it did, and then it went up again. So the dude was stuck with all this cash that he didn't want. He had forgotten he had this sell order in there, and now he doesn't know what to do because the price he sold at is lower than the price it is now. It's very stressful for this person. So this is a reason why you don't mess with these type of things, people. And you're going to say, well, I'm not going to forget a sell order. I don't know how anyone can forget a 50 Bitcoin sell order, but still, it's possible. And again, another reason you don't want to mess with these type of things is the taxes. And hey, we're going to get into that later. But with the Bitcoin Unlimited rant that Tone went on, he said something that the status quo is much better than compromise, because he's scared that there's going to be a compromise with the SegWit people, that they might have a sort of a hard fork and do SegWit, and that a real compromise is just status quo. I agree. I agree with that. And I will tell you, I will be militantly against Bitcoin Unlimited when the time comes. If it seems like there's going to be a compromise with them, or if it seems like, God forbid, that they're going to do this hard fork thing. But I don't anticipate that. I'm not too worried about it. But I will. I mean, Tone was very, militant in his being against this thing. And I'm in the same boat. This is insanity. This Bitcoin Unlimited thing, insanity. To get toward to have a hard fork. Not that it's going to happen, but this is just like I'm coming from. I am not a miner, and obviously I'm not a engineer or whatever. I mean, I'm not working on Bitcoin. I guess you could say I'm an investor. And from our point of view, if you've got money in this thing, you don't want a hard fork is uncertainty and insanity. I mean, it's a loss of a lot of money. I mean, just look what happened to Ethereum. And even if that all gets solved somehow, and I probably won't, it is not worth the drama here. I mean, the marketing. I mean, what everyone's already freaked out of. I mean, so many people on earth are like, Bitcoin's too hard now. Imagine if there were 2 Bitcoin. I mean, it's too confusing. So yeah, militantly against that if the time comes. I mean, I'll just make videos about it every day about how insane it is. And maybe some people have good intentions. Who knows? Alex Jones got kicked off of his ad network, says he's lost $3 million because of it. Hey, that's a sign, dude. Adopt Bitcoin, get into Bitcoin, take donations on Bitcoin. If these networks, ad networks, whatever, start to become strict, it's going to force people onto Bitcoin or to discover it for their new revenue sources. Speaking of, I guess, uncertainty, we all remember when Trump became president, and a lot of us were saying it. Oh, if Trump becomes president, everyone's going to jump into Bitcoin, or there's going to be a crash, or So we've got another event coming up. I think it's in March. Le Pen. If Le Pen wins in France, will all of a sudden the Bitcoin price rise because people are going to panic that Le Pen got elected in France? Who knows? I mean, when Trump first got elected, the Bitcoin price really didn't jump. But again, I remember around that time I was in South Africa and Zimbabwe, and Bitcoin had just gotten over $700. And Lorian Gamroff and I were quite happy. I remember we were discussing it being over $700, and now it's over $1,100. So hey, who knows? No, I don't think Trump caused this. Didn't cause the uncertainty. But let's keep an eye on Le Pen. On that situation. Who knows? That might be, maybe there'll be a bunch of speculation, or people start buying Bitcoin if it looks like Le Pen is going to win. So keep an eye on that. All right, Forbes just came out with an article, and it says if you traded Bitcoin, you should report capital gains to the IRS. Hey guys, hey all you the day traders out there. Forbes is warning you, and who knows who's warning Forbes to write this article. If it's in the mainstream media and they're warning you about taxes, buy and hold, people. Buy and hold, so you don't have to worry about these Forbes mainstream media articles, okay? But I'm sure some of the people at Forbes get a kick out of how some of these Bitcoin people might get into tax problems because they forgot to report or didn't know that they had to report. And I feel bad for the people who are day traders who might get hurt by this. All right, last thing. Someone brought this up to me, and I thought it was very interesting. I think someone has come up with a way of a theoretical possibility that would make me sell before 2020. And this thing is such a long shot type of thing, by the way, people. Such a long shot. But the scenario this person gave was, what happens if tomorrow, not in 10 years or 5 years or 2 years, but what happens if tomorrow Bitcoin is suddenly worth $10,000? Okay, people. If that were to happen, and I don't know why that would suddenly happen tomorrow, because the ETF, maybe if the ETF starts, all of a sudden Bitcoin's will be worth $10,000. That's not going to happen. But if it did happen, I would have to sell 10 Bitcoin at that price to have $100,000 for my family, so my mother could retire. Basically, I would give it to my mother and my father. I'd sell 10 Bitcoin, get $100,000. And so my grandmother is 94 years old. So I would want my mother to retire immediately, and so she could spend an incredible amount of time with her mother. And giving her $100,000 would allow this. And obviously, my family has they're a great family, so this would be a great present to them, and I love them very much. So this is something like that is. Obviously, you're going to have to sell some. At that point, you just can't sit on your Bitcoin. You're going to have to help your family out. So I can understand anyone in a situation like that. If it's $10,000 next day, if you want to help your family, go ahead, people. Go definitely go ahead. But that's not going to happen, by the way. But there's a scenario. I think people have always wanted to hear what will make Adam Meister sell, and that probably tells people that I have a lot more than 10 Bitcoin also. So anyway, everyone, remember, not that wasn't obvious, come on. Remember, because I still will have plenty of Bitcoin left after that, and a happy family. So I post a new video here every day, sometimes two. I posted 2 yesterday. Do check out the notes section below. Hey, and feel free to copy this video, spread it all over. I don't care if you make money off this video, any of my videos. I am going to be in the chat session really soon. We had a lot of chatters. Well, talk to you later, everyone.